And he's like, no, it's all good, man. And I went and bought a beer, and mate, we're inseparable from that point on. It was
I think that was it. Yeah, I can't remember what song it was, but knowing me after a few drinks, particularly at the Top Pub in Penrith, after a few drinks, I get a little bit excited, and I guess I just jumped straight in. I just went, fuck it, let's see it. Let's see how this goes, and if it goes south,
it turned into a pretty epic friendship.
Yeah,
we started.
Remember our Friday fun ones?
Oh
my god,
Friday fucking fun ones.
Man, we're gonna have to do that when this is all.
Penrith Golf Club.
Yeah, we got to retrace that. What happened to the Paceway?
It fucking died in the ass. Fucking hard.
We were the only ones keeping that place alive.
My alcohol bill there would have just kept, the owner's kids in college. You're welcome, Barry. Mate, I think after Isolation we'll probably have to do a Generation Random Friday fun one.
Oh man, that'd be good. Can you
get some listeners? Can
you do a roaming podcast? Is that possible?
Should. Yeah, I can. I can actually do a roaming pod. We'll do a live podcast. From a Friday.
Man. Has that been done? I don't know if that's been done yet.
Well, I'm about to fucking do it. It's about to be done. I'm gonna get on that shit, man. I'm gonna fucking get on it. I'm gonna get on it like a fucking white on rice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By the way, I want to ask you, because all my guests feel, I don't know why, it's just automatically they feel like they need to drink when they talk to me. So what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Hollandia premium beer. My housemate Monty got me onto this, and it's just a good cheap beer.
Streets of London!
Streets of London, that's right. He'll tune in just for that reference.
That's an inside joke, people. But
inside
Monty,
joke.
if you
But
listen to this
Hollandia beer I'm drinking. I was feeling a little bit stressed out before, and I decided, man, I'm not going to be stressed out anymore. I decided to have a few.
No, I encourage the drinking while you talk to me. That's
I always enjoy it. The drinking and the talking to you, my friend.
We'll head into the weird and wonderful questions now. Zach doesn't
Let's do
know,
it.
And Zach, like all my guests, they won't know any of the questions I ask them. I don't tell them what they are, because I like to get their reaction firsthand, and I'm watching them as well. So if you did listen to last episode, OP's reaction to the first question I'm about to ask was absolutely hilarious. Let's ask Mr. Zach Hume. Zach, the first question I want to ask you: toilet paper, over or under? Oh, he's thinking about it. He's got to think about this one.
Yeah.
You can. I always say you can under. You can always tell much about a person by the way they put their
standing up under. I stand up. Yeah.
Wait.
And I check. You got to check, right?
Wait. Wait, it's happened again, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened again. He has taken the question and he's misinterpreted it, just like OP done. The only difference, he didn't actually give me the action. Actually, what I meant...
Is that what you're asking?
I'll show it. He actually got it and like this, and he showed it. But what is it with...
So how did that misinterpret? What are they
on the roll? Does he take it over or under?
Gee, that's the beauty of the question. I see what you did there.
I'm hoping none of my guests listen to
over.
The next...
If it's in that case, over.
But you go over, but you go standing up. Oh, that's a.
You could go over or go under as long as it hits the spot. It doesn't matter.
How many wipes does it usually take? Don't answer that.
Don't answer that. 3, I reckon.
Don't answer that one. Jesus, are you a scruncher? Are you a scruncher or a folder?
Folder.
You're a folder? Yeah.
I'm a folder.
I'm a folding scruncher. I fold.
You're folding scruncher. How does that work?
I fold. Yeah. Well, fuck. I don't know. I just do it. I fold it then. I fold it then I scrunch it and then I just wipe my ass with it like. But you're right. You got to do the old check. You got to kind of look and go
check.
Fuck,
yeah,
no,
which is why you need a. Well, I was about to say you need a clean sheet to do it, but you can't have a clean sheet to check if you've got shit on the sheet, on the toilet paper. Like,
right, mate, there's got to be a right amount of toilet paper in the hand as well. I mean, going through a shortage at the moment, you got to like reevaluate your life choices. But the worst feeling is when you're wiping your ass and the finger pops through the toilet paper.
Oh, don't get me started. That moment where you look at the hand and you just see, oh shit, is there poo on my hand?
If you're tuning
and you
in,
just see that, and you just go, you got to wash it. You got to wash it. And if you're a male like me, you're thinking, I could just wash this off with water. It doesn't mean I'm just like, no, you've got to wash it completely, man. Wash it completely with soap, with hand sanitizer. I mean, why do you think people bought toilet paper as a result of this whole thing in the first place?
That's it.
Because they knew if they got shit on their hands, they would spread this virus around.
Well, I was just.
What are you drinking? Are you drinking Corona?
No, I'm drinking Carlton Dry. I'm actually on beers tonight, which is very very different from me. I'm usually on.
Yeah, they usually do the whiskey, don't you?
I do usually do the whiskey, so I'm not on the beers. I'm in a dilemma. I don't have. I've got one bottle of whiskey, which it's a bottle from my wedding. I still have.
Oh wow.
A bottle
and I was there.
Yeah, you were. A bottle of Chivas Regal, 12-year-old, that I still have and still haven't opened. Now, my dilemma is that I want a whiskey. I don't want to go out and buy one, but it's kind of sentimental to me. And I went to my wife and I'm like, darling, what do I do? Do I open it? She goes, it's not sentimental to me. You can fucking drink it all you want. Thanks, darling.
Seriously, dude, you should have your wife on here because she would be very good at this.
But yeah, so
I like the way you brush past that. That's all.
I'm in a dilemma. I'm like, well, guys, tell me in the comments on my page. Should I crack it, or is it sentimental? Should I open it on my 10th anniversary?
We're still talking about the bottle of alcohol and not toilet paper here.
Yeah, no,
remember that.
Wow. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Fucking hell, I'm the comedian here, not you. Okay, so what's the best type of cheese?
Best type of cheese?
And it's definitely not dick cheese, I'll tell you that, because that shit is rank.
I'd say the cheese of telling jokes. The easier the joke, the better.
Cheesy one-liners?
Cheesy one-liners. I love my one-liners, dude, particularly my pickup one-liners. One-liners.
All right, and you give us your ultimate pickup one-liner.
I've got a few of them that I really, really like. I think the one that really got me onto him was, when I was a girl, I used to go for guys like me.
Fuck me. Oh.
I think that's a good one. Oh, wait. No. Well, a mate of mine, I've got to give a shout out to Lee. He gave me this one. This is fantastic. I saw him do it one time, and I was in stitches. He's an Englishman, a very charming Englishman at that. He used to be a model. And he would go up to a girl and just, with his leg, just bend it and then poke her in her leg. And he would go, I'm sorry, I just need you.
Oh, fucking cheesy.
I loved it. It was so good.
That's too much.
Quite the charmer he is.
All right, so
I got a few of them, but we'll be running out of time.
I asked this question last week, and I usually don't want to ask the same question, but I think you would have a really good answer for this. I know how your mind works. So, what would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time?
Oh, jeez. Buy one, get one. That's a great question. Buy one, get one free. Oof.
So my answer last week was rectal exams. Don't want to buy one rectal exam and get their next one free, do you? buy one finger, get the second free.
Yeah. You don't want a colonoscopy. Maybe you do.
Should we come back to that?
Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Buy one, get one free.
All right. So What are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could settle their differences with? Fuck it. I reckon next World War should be settled on a fucking twister board.
Twister. I think that's a fantastic idea. Actually, yeah. What about jelly mud wrestling?
Fuck. Can you imagine Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un jelly wrestling?
Well,
that's a paper.
I can imagine it now.
That's
after
a
what's
fucking
going on over
pay-per-view
there.
if I've ever heard of it.
With him.
Can you imagine the money that bitch would make. Fuck
I
me.
still think Donald Trump would lose at this current point. He would still lose. He would say that he would win. He'd say he'd be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Well, the news is Kim Jong-un would lose, but he'd still win.
See, cheesy one-liners, my friend.
Here we go. Like, is he dead?
I'm not sure. I honestly don't know, but that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the information these days. Like, there's so much information.
Days old, this story. Like, is he dead? Is North Korea I'm going to use a reference here that hopefully you know, but is North Korea doing a Dave? Huh?
Maybe.
Are they doing a Dave? Is he dead and they're just using somebody who looks like him? Or is it a whole weekend at fucking Kim Jong-un's situation? He's just got his two generals using him as a fucking puppet.
Oh dear. That's funny.
It's fucking questions of the. It's the hard hitting questions we answer here in Generation Random, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Is Kim Jong-un dead?
Is he?
Fucking no. Who knows?
Who knows?
He's probably listening right now, trying to shut us down. Fuck you.
Oh man, yeah. Everybody knows that all the high profile people fly into Richmond, so that's not that far from you.
Okay, so if you had to, how do I word this? What TV character do I remind you of? It could be a TV or movie character, by the way.
TV or movie character.
If you say George from Seinfeld,
no, because that's me. I'm George from Seinfeld, hands down. The way George acts, like
yeah, I do.
I cover it up well, but George in my head, that's exactly him. You're more a Kramer.
Yeah, I could totally see your girlfriend dying of licking too many
and me
envelopes. Or you going back to the same movie just to say the one line.
I want to be portrayed as likable, dude. I'm not doing a very good job if I'm saying that.
Fucking Kramer? Really?
Well, if we're talking Seinfeld characters,
we're
talking
anybody.
You know what? I reckon you'd be a good Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
You know what? I've got something about, like, there's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I want to have the confidence of Barney.
Yep.
I want to have the passion of Ted.
Yep.
And I just want the life of Marshall.
I think you may have it, dude.
Marshall's hold on. Marshall is just like Marshall and Lily's love in that show is just fucking amazing. Like that's the way it should be. That's what love should be. That's what a partnership. It's fucking amazing.
TV shows are good at that.
I could go on and on about that TV show, which we might one day. We might get on and just give a fucking How I Met Your Mother review.
Actually, speaking of random, I'll just do you know how I came up with the idea of your song for your podcast?
No, go.
Well, I'll just quickly mention this. I don't want to spend too long on it, but it was funny because I was thinking of what you like in terms of like your music. You like the heavy type stuff. I had an acoustic guitar on me, and I thought he liked something very silly and stupid, and that's what you wanted. And when I heard the name with the random, it's just like, perfect. I wrote it in a minute. It just came into me in a minute. But I think the main thing that came to my head was one of my all-time passions in life, and I shit you not, this is a passion of mine, and I'll fight anybody who tells me otherwise. It's pro wrestling.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, pro wrestling, man. I love pro wrestling, and I used to listen to a podcast a lot called Talk is Jericho by Chris Jericho, a very famous wrestler.
Chris Jericho is amazing.
Yeah, he had this